You're listening to a News OK podcast.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the News OK Comics Podcast, hosted at Planet46.com. I'm Matt Price. I'm here with Kyle Roberts.
That's right. Yeah, we have a lot of news, comics news going on. We have Superman news, Wonder Woman news, comics are dropping in price. A lot of great stuff.
Yeah, it's a big week.
Let's kick it off with some Superman news. Zack Snyder, director of Watchmen, is signed on to direct the next Superman movie.
Exactly. Yeah, it's based on a script by David Goyer, a story idea, I think, by Christopher Nolan. And the villain is set to be General Zod. So, okay, excited? What do you think?
I think
Thoughts?
that's pretty cool, yeah. I mean, Watchmen is kind of a mixed review, but you can't deny that it was shot beautifully, and you know the cinematography was amazing.
I really loved Watchmen. I can see why other people maybe did or didn't. I mean, depending on your familiarity with the source material.
And if you don't like it, some blue junk all over the screen, that
like
may
that.
not.
That will probably not happen in the Superman movie.
Who knows? And then Wonder Woman. May be coming to TV.
That's right. David E. Kelly, the developer of Ally McBeal, Boston Legal, is going to develop Wonder Woman as a television series.
And so, this isn't official yet, but, if Warner Brothers is behind it, it could possibly be replacing Smallville.
Could end up on the
CW.
CW in that Smallville time slot. They are going to end that this season, and a new superhero drama coming up.
There we go.
Could happen. Well, hey, all of you on a budget like this, comic book prices are going to go down a bit in January, give you some wallet relief.
Exactly, and not all titles. It seems like they're kind of having less pages, but it's $1 cheaper.
Yeah, DC has said their books that were 30 pages for $3.99 are going to be 20 pages for $2.99, and then Marvel says a lot of their launches in January will be at $2.99 instead of $3.99. So does that mean the books that are already at $3.99 are going to stay there? Kind of sounds like it, but maybe they're still determining some of that. But in any case, overall, should be a little bit of an incentive to buy a few more comics.
Absolutely.
And then the last thing you mentioned, kind of relating to all this economic mess, artist Steve Rude, who created Nexus, along with writer Mike Baron, and did a lot of great stuff with Marvel and done some stuff with DC. He's facing some financial trouble. He could possibly lose his house. He's having some auctions of his original art. If you're not quite in the market for original art, or that's a little too expensive, you can also buy graphic novels, sketchbooks, different stuff from him.
Very cool, yeah. And despite his name, he's actually not a rude guy. So
That's right.
Log on to his website, steverude.com/auctions, and help this guy out.
That would be a very cool thing to do. Let's look in the review file.
All right. We have a extremely Halloween themed, which makes sense. It's October.
Getting into October.
We're starting off with Batman, Hidden Treasures.
That's right. This is a story that was done, I guess, years ago, and it's kind of been sitting around DC waiting for the right time. They've decided the time is now. It's written by Ron Mars, drawn by Bernie Wrightson, and inked by Kevin Nolan. So that's kind of a superstar art team, told in just splash pages with the story kind of coming down the side. So kind of a different way to tell a story, and then to give you the full, thicker comic experience, there's also a backup of Swamp Thing 7, which was also by Bernie Wrightson and featured if it was written by Lin Wayne, the creator of Swamp Thing.
It kind of fits that, very Halloween, perfect time of year to release this. So you're kind of sitting around a campfire, listening to a story.
Exactly.
You're a Batman fan, you're going to love this.
There you go. All right, Wolverine, number 2.
Wolverine goes to hell.
That's right.
Literally.
Jason Aaron, who had been writing Wolverine Weapon X, moves over to a relaunched title of just Wolverine. I can see why they did that for title purposes. I think people are having a hard time realizing that Weapon X was supposed to be the main book. So they're like, well, okay, just Wolverine. That's the main book. And Jason Aaron obviously knows how to write Wolverine. I don't know, the supernatural aspects of the X-Men have never been my favorite. I like it when there's science involved. I mean, they're mutants and they're facing something that's science fictional in nature. Is kind of my preferred X-Men tales. However, I mean, they're doing a good job with it if this is the kind of thing you like.
Sweet. And it's, extremely gory. I mean, he's in hell. It is Wolverine.
Very, very violent.
But
one of the more probably violent and mature Wolverine comics for a recent mainline title.
Sweet. And then obviously another dark comic. It was the Dark Reign, and then now the Heroic Age.
Right.
As most things in Marvel Comics is brightening up, we're still launching the Uncanny X-Force, with this kind of dark team, but a very impressive comic in my opinion.
Good first issue out of the gate, written by Rick Remender. This is the X-Force team that Cyclops set up. Cyclops is saying, okay, we're disbanding that. We don't need to do that anymore. However, Wolverine, Archangel, Deadpool, they're saying, look, we know there's still some threats out there that can't be handled by traditional X-Men methods.
Let's do it in our style.
Let's do it in our style, yeah. So good launch. Really, maybe one of the first books that really feels like it could be a hit. So good art, good story.
And this is going to be my pick of the week, Uncanny X-Force.
Although
I enjoyed Batman.
I also enjoyed Batman. I will lean towards Uncanny X-Force as well.
What?
I didn't like everything about it. And I'm maybe not a hyper-violent guy usually. But
it has that spy aspect. It has humor. It has Deadpool in it.
Yeah, Phantom X, somebody who's picking this up said, wow, when did Storm Shadow get on the X-Force team? But it's Phantom X from Grant Morrison's new X-Men run.
Yep.
Anyway, I just applaud them for taking something that could have been a kind of standard relaunch and actually really making it feel like a first issue.
And for a first issue, there's a lot going on in that comic.
I agree. All right, so hey, an unusual, both of us picked the same comic week, and lots of good comic news. Come back next week where we'll have more comic book and movie news. For Kyle Roberts, I'm Matt Price. Thanks for watching.